Hey guys, so I'm back here on the back porch, turned into carpenter shop, and I've been doing a little experiment. So I've taken some scrap boards, and y'all ignore the mess in the background, it's storage, and I've created a shiplap design. I'm trying to decide how I want to do the outside of my house. So as you can see, the shiplap has a notched surface. You can have a little bevel on the edge if you want, or you can have a square edge like that if you want. Either way, it creates a nice tight shiplap look, and you can paint it or you can stain it. I like the natural wood look. Now here's the next one, which is your basic board and batten. You just nail your boards on, and then you nail these little strips on. Of course, this is just a sample, so I've used some 2-inch roofing nails that I had handy. If this was actual siding, you'd use real small head screws so that you couldn't see this. Now my favorite is the log home look, which is also the most work. This requires 4 cuts per board, if all your boards are the same width. Now if I did log home, I'd want to go with a wider board, but this is just basic old household caulking that I've used rather than the elastomeric chinking that I would use if I was actually doing the outside of my house. But as you can see, you do a notch on the top and bottom of both boards, butt them together, and then you fill it. Some people will put a narrow run of tape across to cover this crack so that you can't really see the joint, and I've got this one pretty thin so you can see the wood behind it. But I'm just trying to create a visual so I can take a better look at it. I think I would go with a wider board if I do the log home look, probably a board more like this width, so by the time I notch it, I have about this width of board that's exposed with the step back on the edge of that. So what do y'all think? Log home, board and batten, or shiplap? The shiplap only requires 1 cut per board. Correction, 2 cuts per board. One there on the table saw. And then you can add a 5th and do a bevel if you like that, which I kind of do. It does away with any sharp edge, any little splinters. Just cleans it up nicely. I like that. That doesn't look bad, but I kind of like that look better. So that's 3 milling processes per board, providing they're all the same width. This one requires basically no milling, unless you're ripping your own lath, and then whatever it takes to do that. This one requires 4 cuts or 4 milling processes per board, plus the application of the chinking. And of course, all of them would get stained and sealed. So, far more work, but I like that look. I like that one too. This, I think, would be better on a barn or a shop. Anyway, tell me what you think.
In here. No. In here. In here.
The first time I gave him a treat, he was already sitting down.
She's going to have some
when I
blue
gave him
pipe.
more treat,
All right, put it back.
He was standing up.
Bella helping her uncle install plumbing. Hey, Bella. Hi.